will be tough for me to give the answers, but I will discuss the answers in the class. Okay. So
Yeah,
that will
sure,
be
Rajesh.
the next 3 days, and with that we'll be winding up the session. So today,
And one more thing, Rajesh, you are telling that you are going to prepare the questions, the overall what's in the interview they are going to ask. You are going to share the list or how it would be?
I will. I'm not decided it. I am just thinking of the weekend. The way which is there in my top of my head is I'll prepare the questions. Just the questions I'll put in slide, like maybe in a notepad. I will share the notepad by end of the session, so you will get all the questions. That should be fine,
we are
right?
going to. Yeah, that's good. And today we are going to look for the automation testing, right? As soon as
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so you'll start with we'll continue with the testing. One small part is pending. So yesterday we discussed why we need a testing and what are the common mistakes that are done by the programmers, and so why should we go for a testing, that we saw yesterday. Today we will quickly the first half of the session we will see what are the different types of testing. So how do we test it? And then we will go write a program to test it. So the first first we have the unit testing. Unit testing is something which is focused only on particular unit of program. If a developer is writing like multiple functionalities, only one set of functionality will be tested by the developer, or only one set of features will be tested. That is called the unit testing. He will focus only on one particular section. He will not focus anything else. Usually
that means Rajesh, yesterday given an example, right? The Instagram.
The login page. That is a unit testing. The developer will test only the login page. He is not going to test how it is affecting the other places. He will not test that.
Affected the other, you mean the other pages, for example?
Yeah, in the username field is changed to from 40 to 50, or let us take the other way, from 40 to 20. That's too much, right? So 40 to 38, let's keep it that way. So from 40, the customer has asked to change to 38 characters. So the requirement document guy, he has documented a 38 character. When it comes to technical, we don't know how many places we have to change the code. Where all we have given 40, all the places we have to give 38.
That means the password, Rajesh, the username.
Yeah, the username text input field length is given as 40. Okay, now it is in the user screen in the HTML, we have to change it as 38. Okay, that is a requirement. That is a requirement change. Okay. Now we should not only change in the HTML, right? We should see the impact. Where all we have to change. Some places in Java program they would have used that 40. Some other places in HBM they would have given 40. Coding. Okay. We don't know. That is called impact analysis. That is the one first done by the technical team. So immediately we should not jump and do the changes. First we have to do impact. We have to go through the code thoroughly to see there is no places which is referencing this number, this change. So the first thing we should ask is, when I change this, where all is it going to be affected? The practical answer is we don't know, because no one will be there in the project for a long time, or even if he is for a long time, he will not remember. That is why we have documentation. Even after documentation, we will definitely miss it. So usually we take 1 or 2 days and analyze the code thoroughly to see that this is not affecting anywhere. Now with this 40 to 38, the login page designer we have given to him, he changed to 40 to 38 and he has done his work. No, not 40 to 38. Let's keep it 40 to 42. So 2 characters he has added in the screen. But the Java person, he has not done it. He is still maintaining 40 in the HBM or 40 in the database. He did not do this change. So what will happen? The user, if my name is like Rajesh up to 42 character, if I give 42 character, 40 character only will be taken. Even though in the screen it will allow to enter 42 character, but in the database it will be only 40 character. When we test, the test case will be passed in the UI because it should accept 42 character. What will the testing team do? They will enter 42 character. Okay, the page is accepting, it is passed. But is it really saving? That will be failed when we test the database side of the test cases. Everything will have a test case.
Okay.
So this is called unit testing. Unit is a single piece. So the login page designer will not worry whether this change he is doing is affecting any other places or not. He will just
and one more thing, Rajesh. If you take Instagram, the user field section and the password section, only the user field section we are going to say unit testing, or the if we are going to
that page.
test that page. Okay.
That page is called one unit testing.
Okay. Nice.
Or yeah, mostly it will be a page. That page will be called as a unit.
Mm-hmm.
So the one simple section of program which is done by the developer will be tested by the developer before giving it in. So that is called the unit testing. So like this, all the developers will finish off their unit testing. Once they are done with the unit testing, then the integration testing will start. Integration testing is what will catch these errors. In the integration testing, we will test multiple units at the same time. So in this case, login page we will test. Along with that, we will check the DB also. Whether when I give 42, is it saving in DB really 42? We will check that. That case, the unit test will fail. It's not called unit testing, it's integration testing. That scenario will fail. So there will be one test case in the integration testing.
I missed the last line. Could you please repeat it?
Yeah.
In the integration testing.
So in the integration testing, there will be one. In the unit testing, there will be a line that when the user enters 42 character, the screen should allow to accept 42 character. That is unit testing.
Mm-hmm.
In screen, we will go and enter 42. Okay, it is allowing me. Test case is passed. Okay. But in the integration testing, the test case will be in the login page. If I give 42 character, in the database, it should be saved as 42 character. That is the integration testing. Now, will it pass? It will fail.
I'm confused here again, Rajesh. I'm sorry about that.
No problem. I'll explain. No problem. So we have this screen here. So we have the DB here.
Okay.
This is UI screen and this is DB. So here the requirement is, let us say registration or login page. Anything will take 42 character as username. And when we register, 42 should be saved. Correct? If I give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 42, all the 42 characters should be saved in the DB. Correct?
Yes.
See, in this unit testing guy, he will check whether screen is taking 42 characters input. That's all he will not worry whether the DB is saving that 42.
Okay.
This guy who did this large.
Okay, that means Rajesh, here we are going to do on both ends the coding. On DB level also we are doing coding for 42 characters. On UI level also we are doing 42 characters coding.
Everywhere, correct.
Okay,
Everywhere.
that means in unit testing, only the guy, it will check whether it is going to take that 42 character thing or not.
That's
It
all. In
doesn't.
screen. Only in screen
Okay.
he will
In
check.
screen it
and
is
he will-
available. Okay.
Correct.
On
correct.
DB level, okay, this code also is going to test by integrating testing.
The
Okay.
DB, the person has not even done the coding. It is still taking 40 only.
For
User. That
for
case,
integrating. Okay.
here it is passed. The unit testing, it is passed.
Oh, separately we are coding, separately we are testing, and okay,
Here
now
it
I
is
got you.
failed.
Okay. Okay.
It's the reverse also. Here they have given, in the DB they increased, but in the screen they have not increased. So
Mhm.
DB guy will tell, I did my changes, it is passed for me. When we do integration testing, the UI guy did not do, so it is failed for him.
Okay.
So unit testing may pass, but when it comes to integration testing, it may fail. So integration testing will test both of these features at the same time, not only both, all the modules at the same time. That is why it is called integration testing.
Okay.
When I change to 42, integration testing will start checking. The integration testing will have first whether this is passed. In the other module, is it passed? Third module, fourth module, fifth. If there is a dependency on 5 modules for this 142 character, integration testing will test all the 5 modules. So everywhere the integration testing will check whether all the places they have done it or not. These are individual unit testing when the developers did, but it is integration testing when it comes for final application release.
Okay.
Getting the point?
Yes, yes. Yeah, Rajesh, I'm clear.
Okay. So the next type of testing is after integration, we have a regression testing, which is continuously testing the application after we make any new changes. This is to ensure that the application is not breaking anywhere. So randomly, we'll just refuse the system. We'll do everything. We'll click here. We'll do whatever we want. We'll check the flow continuously. So it's a regression.
Please repeat it, Rajesh.
Regression testing is something we do after we make any new changes. It is just a rough use of a system. You can do whatever with whatever you can do with the system. We will test the functionality continuously. Regression means it's continuously we test the features. That's a regression testing. This is done usually when a new feature is added. We ensure that the old features are not breaking.
Okay.
And this is one thing which I really like. I like to do these things. When I was a developer, apart from development, I was a specialist in this smoke testing. I find out bugs which others are, they find it very difficult to understand. I mean, identify. So the developers usually come to me and they tell me like, yes, can you spend some time and see if my code is breaking or not. So smoke testing is something like I give you the system, you do whatever you want and you break the system. You do whatever you want. So I will not even restrict you. You can do anything you want with that application. I'll give you a URL. Okay. So you do anything. You write a delete query. You try to hack it. Whatever you can, you do it. You try to make sure that the system is stable. Whatever you do, you should not get an error. You should not get an error page. You give junk characters. You give spaces. You continuously click 100 times. You go back, come again, go back, come again. You do whatever you like. That's called as smoke testing.
Okay. For example, Rajesh,
smoke testing.
Any example for that?
No example. It is. I give you the Instagram site, you do whatever you want and you bring an error page there.
That means
That is-
backend code they won't give, just the
No,
page.
no. We won't give the code. We give the URL. You do
Okay.
in the URL and you try to
Okay,
bring
by
error
using that URL, the same URL, whatever you want to do, just get the one.
page. Yes, you log into the application. Let's say you log into the Instagram.
Okay.
You try to load 1 GB of file. The application should not crash. It should tell you that, hey, your file size is huge. Please try to load a small files. That is, we have handled the error. Instead of that, if you try to load 1 GB of file and the system is giving you a blank white page, that is an error. We should never show a blank page. Whatever it is, we have to handle the exception gracefully and show to the customer. So we give the link to you, we give the username, password, we ask you to log in, and we tell you do whatever you want. You bring a white page or you bring an error page. If you are not able to bring an error page or white page, the system is stable. And why it is called smoke testing is, if you look into the electrical side, right, when they do the wiring or when they finish something,
Yeah, there
first
is smoke
time-
detector, and that's what you are trying to say.
Yeah. No.
No,
First,
that is different.
that is different. When for the first time when they set up the generator, transformers and all the wirings are done, they switch on the power and like few seconds they see that none of the circuit is getting fired.
Break. Yeah,
The
fired.
fire is not
Yeah.
catching up anywhere.
Anyway, okay.
Because if somewhere the resistance is less or
Less
the
or
fuse
high.
is not good, it will catch
Yeah.
fire or spark will come.
Spark, yeah.
Yeah, same way we are testing the system so roughly that the system doesn't break. Anything you do, the system should handle and tell you that what you are doing is wrong. Please try to do this. Even if you, let's say, you try to hit 1,000 times, you do whatever you want, system should throw an error. You can do wrong thing in the system, but system should tell you that you are doing wrong. It should not crash abruptly.
Okay.
That is smoke testing. And next we have an alpha testing, which is the preliminary first testing, which will not be a stable product, but the first release of the application for someone to view. Let's say the development is happening for 5 to 6 months. The project owner will have no clue on what is happening. So he will ask, hey, can you show me something what's happening? That time what we will tell, we will give a link. We will tell that, hey, this is in alpha stage. You will definitely get error. Please don't try to smoke test the system. Please don't try to use the system in a rough way. This is just for you to know in which stage the project is. We have not done any error handling. We have not done the codings. So please just view the system as it is and see. That is what the alpha testing is. So alpha is something first time it is ready for someone's view. So if the alpha is there, the next will be beta testing. Beta testing is something within the internal team. So even before we give it to a project manager or the client, we test internally. That is called the beta. So it is above alpha. We would have handled the errors, but not so extensively that someone is not able to find an issue. So we will give it for beta testing.
Can you repeat the alpha and beta, Rajesh?
Alpha testing is, let's say you are working on a project. From scratch, you are developing some application, and it has been 6 months now. You have not shown anything to the customer.
Okay.
Let's say the project deadline is 8 months or 10 months. Okay, 6 months is done. The owner has not asked you anything. You have not shown any screens, any demo, nothing. Is you've just been developing. The owner comes and asks you, hey, you have been developing for 6 months. Can you show me something what you have done so far?
Okay.
what you will do, okay, I will show you, but please don't test the system forcefully. I am just developing it. I will need like 2 more months to finish off, but you can see what I have done so far. I will give you the link. So you will put the link in
No,
my
Rajesh, we are not going to, we don't have anything to show. Next, we are going to give link. What's link?
No, you have something to show, but it is not done fully. Definitely in 6 months you will have something to show.
Okay.
But he will not be able to test continuously or test as a flow. Let us say you have done the login page, you have done the users page, all those things are done. But if you add a user, it will throw error. You have not done it. You are working on it. So part of the functionalities are not done.
Okay.
But you will tell him like, okay, you can see the system, but few functionalities I have not done. So please don't test these things, but you can see how the screens are and give your feedback. That is alpha.
That means how we are going to test or show alpha testing?
No, see in the Angular application, which like I showed you, right? That is alpha. We have the students module, we had the books module, and we had the what to say, the other module. But it is not functioning. It is not functioning, right?
Yes.
But we can navigate the application and view it.
Okay, I got you. Just in the URL we can
yes, but
remove something. We can see.
Nothing will work. It's not like nothing will work.
Nothing. Okay.
Something may work, something may not work. We don't know what it is. That depends on how much the progress has done.
Okay.
So it is for the owner to just see that some progress has been going on. So he'll be calm. That is alpha.
Okay.
Beta testing after alpha. So errors are fixed, but we want to test it. So inside your project, you will be testing it first.
That means
within your team.
Everything is done.
So the application is done. It is crossed alpha. Now you 5 people are developing and you are comfortable that, okay, we have done it. Everything is handled. But still you have some fear that, okay, what if we had missed some errors?
Okay. Inside the team, we are going to discuss.
Yeah.
And then
so what you would do, you discuss with your project manager and he can bring in like 5 to 10 more people from other project and tell like, hey, these guys have done it, but they are not confident if there are issues. So can you please test it out and let me know? That is beta testing.
Okay.
It is done with limited people.
Nice.
Next testing is system testing. This is done usually to test in various environments.
Oh, how many testings is there, Rajesh?
And there are lots, like 20, 30 types.
Oh, really? Okay.
So system testing is something where the application is, 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry for that. My son was crying.
No, usually it will happen. Not only in our home, in every homes. No, in every home, because these days we are working from home, right? It will happen.
Yes, yes. So yeah, I've closed the door and I've come inside, but still.
No, they want to just chit chat with us. They don't want to play with mom.
Yeah. Father's pet.
Yeah.
They know how to get the things done.
Yeah, yep, exactly. Yeah.
Fathers are very.
I totally agree with you, Rajesh.
Yeah. Fathers are very.
We guys are like magic people.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So system testing is something where we test the application in various environments. Internal dev, QA, Windows Server, Linux Server. We test in Mac machine. We test in mobile. So all those things we test. That is a system testing. In all the operating systems, it should be performing in various RAM sizes. The stress testing, we have the security. And so under the system testing, we'll do the security, recovery, stress, and performance. Example, we developed an application. We will try to hit 10,000 requests continuously at the same time using the tool. So the application should not crash. Because we saw threading, right? Even if 10,000 requests comes at the same time, if it is configured properly, then application will be serving.
Okay.
So that will be tested. The security testing will be done here, trying to hack the system without logging in to check whether the passwords are printed. So all those things will be done in this. And stress testing, the system will be put into a huge stress and see if it is working. And system will be crashed wantedly, and it will be tested if we can recover the system fastly, how fast we can recover. So recovery testing. So in stress
Okay.
testing, we give like unfavorable.
Just sometimes I'm little bit, jealous how this guy, within this time of span, everything he learned.
Me?
Yeah. Because the thing, if I have that much knowledge, just in states, I will do whatever I want.
Hey, come on. No, I don't have that much. I'm just sharing whatever I come across. That's all.
Okay.
It is just like that's just that I got opportunity to work in everything. Of course, not everyone in my batch got this chance. So by God's grace, I got to work in all fields.
Yeah, in all the fields, that knowledge and
maybe because of that only I got saturated. And
yeah, everybody they won't get that environment to learn.
Yeah, that's true. Even my batch who joined with me, they are still in core Java. They have not even come to Spring Boot.
Okay.
So people are there who still work in 15 years old technology. Just maintenance project. They come in the morning, they regular work, they do it, just a support, and they go. That's all. They don't get chance to work in new environment.
I think Rajesh, every day, if you spend like 1 hour, like 1 year, 2 years, like 3 years, you will become pro, I feel, right?
Definitely.
At least like learning, not the office stuff, that is different one.
Definitely.
Okay.
You have to, but you have to be disciplined in spending that 1 hour. You know what will happen? We are in mid of our work, so definitely you will get a feel like, okay, let me do it tomorrow. Even I get that feeling. So it's tough. We just have to cross that. But if you, as you said, we spend daily 1 hour in learning, hands-on. Most importantly, hands-on. You'll definitely get. Okay. So maybe because of this reason, like I don't like that much being in IT. I got like still I got like a few offers for full-time employment. I tell no, I not for it. It's actually, see, when you know the complete picture, it is saturated. It is boring to be.
Yeah, I know. It's because we guys want keep on learning. We guys, I think I have to learn. I have, but you are totally saturated. You are like up to the. Hey, this is the thing. What else next? like that you got bored.
Yeah, I try to learn something new, but I see like, okay, it is same. What am I going to get again with this? So, I finished my A1 in German. Remember, I started when we started the course. Just 1 week back, I started. So now I'm doing the A2 course, and I have my Sanskrit on August 28th, the exams, and I am learning Sanskrit in 3 universities
Okay.
at the same time. So because I wanted to see, like the additional information what the others are giving.
Okay.
So daily morning 6:30 I have a class, 7:15 I have a class, and then afternoon 11:30 one more class is there, and that's all. And weekends fully class. I'm attending the class. It's not like I'm taking an training. I am attending a training. Someone is giving me training. So maybe let's see, but I don't know if I come back to this or not. But just
Yeah,
keeping in
because
touch.
it depends. Yeah, keeping in touch and just that's good. It's like a small break in life
Yes,
to do. Just trying for the new things. If
correct,
not,
correct.
just we can come back because already we have it's a knowledge, right? It's not like any money it will go and come.
Exactly, correct. So that is the only reason. Like I have confidence. Okay, I'll take a break anytime if I want. I can definitely come
Yeah,
back and do.
definitely.
And I am very confident that the technology will not grow so fast that in
It's not
three
that
or
much
six months.
easy. It's no, Rajesh, it's not that much easy. Lot of things it has to. For example, if there is like a new technology, it has to fulfill all the requirements what in the current environment what they have.
Exactly,
If it is fulfilling all the environment, it will grow like crazy because it has to fulfill, right? Without fulfill, what's the use of getting new
exactly,
technology?
exactly. So I'm because from the day I joined till now, I see that it has not gone that much far. So I'm confident, like, okay, what if another 10 years or 15 years, it's going to be just going at a very snail's pace.
Yeah, of course.
So we can
That's good,
anytime catch
brothers.
it up.
Yeah.
If I want to come back also, I
Yeah.
can anytime like catch it up.
Yeah, and one more thing, just age also is less, right? We have more time to,
Yeah,
to explore.
yes, yes.
If you
This
have
is the
10
time.
years more or 15 years more, in that time you don't get that much
Correct,
time and chance to explore.
correct, correct. Now we can do. Okay. So I said about system testing, stress testing, where we stress the system so much. In fact, I've done all these. I have, whatever I speak or whatever I said in this shared in the session, right? It is purely my experience. Whatever I have worked on, I have said just few topics alone I might not have worked on, which I read and I did hands on. But other than that, whatever I have shared, everything I have worked on it. And we have the performance testing. I said continuously hitting the system. So object oriented testing. This is what I said. The requirement has to be tested. The design analysis code has to be reviewed, and integration and system testing, user testing. This all comes as an object oriented testing. So these are the different testing mechanism which are available. Not only this, we have 40 to 50 types of testing, but just highly commonly used.
Okay.
I showed you. Now let's go to one simple hands-on. I'll show you what I have done, and then with that we can close the session.
Yeah, sure.
Uh, okay. Okay. So for testing, Eclipse provides a default JUnit integration. So we will see how to test using JUnit. So we have a JU testing. Yeah. So I'll create a new project. Testing. Here I will go ahead, create a main program. The only thing, no, you have to do hands-on, otherwise you will forget. So I will strongly recommend that whatever you have learned so far, you should definitely spend at least 15 or 20 minutes, write one program every day, because that initial kickstart is needed.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll be lazy. We'll not. We'll think like, okay, what is this? I know. That's a like normal mentality of anyone. So just you should at least 15 minutes. If you start reading or if you start learning whatever you have done, like start like an application, right? Create an application, create a requirement of yourself, what application you want to develop, and keep a goal of developing it in 6 months or 1 year also. But do it. At least next year, same time, you should be knowing everything. If that is done,
sure,
then definitely you will, you will have a lot, your growth, the next part will be very fast.
Yeah, sure, Rajesh.
Okay. So we will create a main program and I will create a new class. So let us say this is a calculator class. We have a function, public integer return type, calculate, and we will take two input argument, int number 1, int number 2, and we are going to return number 1 into number 2. Return number 1 and number 2. So I did the mistake wantedly, the developer's mistake. Developer didn't know that multiplication formula is number 1 into number 2. He is writing the multiplication formula as number 1 into 1, or unknowingly there is a 1 which has come in the place instead of number 2. Okay. So calculator, calculate object equal to new calculator. So this is the, and calculate object dot calculate 2, 3. The answer should be 6. 2 into 3, 6. We will have int result equal to 6. No, let's say I'm not going to print anywhere. Okay, I'm going to print in the page alone. So there is no main program. Assume that this, if I print here, you will know that it is not, you will know by looking that it's going to come as 2. But don't consider this main program. So the developer has given you this program, calculate, which is a multiplication program, let's assume. And now we want to write a test case for this. So I'll show one simple test case how to write. We'll right click. Instead of creating a new class, we'll create JUnit test case. And JUnit test program. We will give this and add JUnit 4 to the build path. Yes. So you see here at test has come some annotation and some test has come. So we will convert this as test multiplication. Here we will create the object calculator obj equal to new calculator object dot calculate 2, 3. Now manually if we see, we know that the result is coming as 2, but we have to test it programmatically. So what we will do, there is a function here, assert equal, there are these many functions. We'll go into the documentation. So assert equals, what is expected? If I give 2 and 3, 6 should come. What is actual? Result is the actual, whatever value is coming. If I give 2 and 3, definitely I should get 6 only. Let us, I'll add one more parameter to make it easier. String action. So string action, if add dot equals ignore case action, then return number into 1, else return 0. We will add more if here. Else if multiplication, then again the programmer is doing something and by mistake some 10 has come here, let's assume. So, and it is division, and it is, he is dividing by number 2. So here he is doing correctly. The previous one, it was, there was a mistake in the program. And subtract, and what he is doing, number 2 minus number 1, he is doing like this. Okay. This is a simple program where which has errors here. This program is not correct. Now we'll test this program. That is our goal. So there is one more main program we are not going to use, so we'll ignore add. We will not run the main program anyway. I'll close this. So we have this test case we have created. So 2 and 3 add. When I pass add, what should be the result? 5. 2 and 3 is 5. Same way. Mul 2 and 3 is 6. 2 and 3 should give me 6. If it is 6, the logic is correct in the program. Let's go 6 and 3. 6 and 3 should be 2. If it is 2, then the logic is correct. Mul, what is this? Divide, right? Div. And this is sub. So 2 and 3, I'll go -1. Okay, do you understand so far?
Yeah, Rajesh, I can
Okay.
understand.
So that's all. If I run this, this is an automation test case. Run as JUnit test case. Instead of Java application, it is JUnit test case. See here. runs one errors, failure is 1, test multiplication. In the first test case, it failed. What it is telling? Expected 5, but was 2. In the same test case I'm giving, I will copy this and give us multiple test case. And I will delete these here. So this is for test addition. So add, and this is test multiplication. I will remove this part and this part, and this is test division. I'll remove the add part and the last part. And what else? Okay, first addition, division, multiplication, add, multiplication. Oh, this should be subtraction. This is subtraction, and this is so far. I'll delete these things. Okay, so we have created 4 test cases now. One for multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. If I run this, see here, total 4 test cases. How much did it run? 4 ran. Errors 0, 3 failure. Means there are no errors in the system, but the logic is wrong. What if there was a let us give by 0. If the logic was like this, and then we run it. See there is one error. What is the error? 1 by 0 is infinity. It is not handled. So that's an error. Arithmetic exception. So okay, let's go back to the previous case. Now there is no error. The logics are wrong, but there is no error in the program. Error is different. Logic wrong is different. The program will run perfectly without error, but test case is failing 3. Okay, what are failing? Green is tick. So division is correctly done. Meaning, when I give 6 and 3, I should get 2. It is working. When I give 10 and 2, I should get 5. Whether still division is working? Yes, division is working. Now, multiplication, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. So we'll go back to the developer. Hey, multiplication, there is some mistake. If I give 6 and okay, what is the, you see down? Expected 6, but it was 20. I am giving 2 and 3. I should be getting 6, but the code is giving me 20. You please check the logic. He will go and see. Oh my God, I did by 10 by mistake. That is why you are getting 20. I will rectify it. He will only rectify this. He will not test anything else, and he will send it to us. We will run again now. Okay. Hey, now 2 test cases are passed, but 2 are failing. Multiplication, good. But see, addition, there is an issue. If I go 2 and 3, I should get 5. But why am I getting only 2? 2 plus 3 is not equal to 5. Can you please check the program? He will again run to the program. Oh, I have multiplied by 1. I should be doing plus of number 2. He will leave out the other thing. That is how developers usually do. They won't test the thing fully. We will again run. There is one still failure. It should be -1, but it is 1. Okay. Oh, I did mistake. I should be doing 1 minus 2. Now, if we run it, all will be passed. So the program is passed. Everything is passing. Now we will go in the division program. We will go 0. There is one error which he has to handle. So using this, these test cases, you see these are all automated. If he write it only once, we can test the program like how much ever time we want. We just run, it's going to test all the functionalities. This will test the subtract function. Otherwise, what we should be doing, we will be running the main program and seeing the output. If I give 2 and 3, whether output is coming as 6. That's human intervention. Now this is automated. Got it?
Yes.
So like this, we will have around 10,000 to 15,000 test cases. If I start it, it will run for some time and we will clearly get what all failed. We have to just go and fix those errors. These will fix the logical error, but we should know the logic to test it. That is why we said in automation testing, we should write the script. We are writing, right? If we don't know like 2 minus 3 is minus 1, we are giving here 4, the test case will fail it. Okay. We will be telling to the developer that your code is wrong. But who is wrong? We are wrong. We have given a wrong value. 2 minus 3 is not equal to 4. It is minus 1. So we should also know the logic to write the test case. So automation test cases, we write the script, we write the logics, and it is right once, and we can test it anytime. And if you go to the documentation, we'll know one second, I'll go back to the documentation. JUnit test case documentation. JUnit user guide. Writing tests, assertions. So see here, equals are there. So if we go through, we'll have lots of things. Mostly we don't use everything. Just few things. Asserts. So you can go through this like if it is required for your project. But I just gave a basics of how to test it. We have a lot of things, parallel execution, how to run the testing. All these are there. But high level, this is what the JUnit is. This is how we test. If you see JUnit jar will be there. So every time when you work, right, this is the tip I will give you. You never see something as a standalone. Everything is related in the technology. Nothing is standalone. Now they have come back as full stack. Previously, it was full stack only. When it all started, we used to do everything. There was no separate team for DB or deployment or UI or business logic. Everything was done by single person. Then they split something as different teams. Then for cost cutting, now again it's changing to full stack. So what I will suggest is the way we have been reading or I have been reading is I link everything as a single. I don't see UI as different, JavaScript as different, DB as different. Everything is linked. If you have see here, JUnit jar. These are the 2 jars which are needed. Okay, so if you see a jar, immediately your thought should go as JVM will be loading this jar. Where it will be loading? The final box. We saw the JVM architecture. It is going to load rt.jar. Where the rt.jar? Here it is. First it will load here, then it will load these jars. Finally, it is going to load this jar. So when you add something, you immediately recollect. It will take like 2 to 3 seconds. You just recollect. I'm doing this change. Who will be taking care of this? What will happen next? Even though that's not for now, but if you start recollecting and linking the things, definitely you'll get more strong on the basics. That is what is needed when we grow. And that's how I've been doing. I always link everything together and learn. I don't see something as a UI or CSS or DB. I don't leave everything. If I do some UI change, I will immediately think through where this DB will be. If I write a column, I'll think where this screen, I have a column where it will be in the database, how it is going to database, where it is mapped, which file it is. So if you take that route and find out, you'll have answers to everything and you'll get comfortable in everything also. Okay, any questions?
Rajesh, and one more thing here. Before you told that for one application, everything is done by only one team, the testing and the development and deployments and everything. Because in that time, less applications with less work. That's the thing. Everything is done by one team. That's what we're telling, right?
Uh, Less applications.
Less work.
Maybe, yeah, that also may be there. Then as they get, maybe yes, less application, less work. And at later point of time, you know what happened? The skill set of the people start decreasing. Earlier, one person was able to do everything. We were able to grasp everything. We were trained in everything. Okay, and we were able to grasp and we were able to do. Now, after the coming generations, if you see, they are not ready to stretch and work.
Yes,
they are not ready.
to
Yeah, so
be
the skill set of the people.
consistent in only one project. Okay.
Correct. And so what happened? The bosses started thinking, okay, I cannot be training this guy for all the technologies. I should be.
Yeah.
I have to change and let me train one guy for one technology and let me go that route. So they started building separate teams. But now again, cost cutting and they're starting merging. They are looking for full stack because they don't want to spend on separate guys.
Okay.
So maybe again, this can also change. I'm not sure. It's just a cycle.
Yeah, now it's like that only, Rajesh. Because in my current role also, just I have development work. I told you before, right? Golan is there, and I am working in cloud Azure and infrastructure on-premise and DevOps, some pipelines, the harness for continuous integration and deployments. Because this everything has to come in a package, like, and we have to work. Otherwise, just like no use, and it's like less knowledge person they will think. Whatever they say, we have to tell, okay, I will work on that. Just we have to, yeah, we have to find a way, whether it may be like Google or something, like any from friends, we have
right.
It's like that. Because when I joined this project, I don't know Golang because I heard, but I didn't. But when I came here, just they told we have to work on Golang too. Because there is no option, we have to work. Right?
There is no option, correct.
Yeah, it's like that because they don't want to hire a guy only for Golang.
Correct. That will be the situation. We will be again going back old, and we will be forced to learn all things. So even if you see, you will be learning a lot, and 1 year later, maybe you will take care of everything.
Yeah, so we can take care of everything, and we
that's
can
actually an advantage. If you really see, being a full stack is an advantage, right? Even if you don't have a scope in one of the area, you can switch job in some other area.
Yeah,
that is what I tell to all my freshers or team, that don't get worried that you are switching technologies or you're being changed projects. That's actually advantage. If there is no scope in Java, you can work in .NET. If there is a requirement in Angular, you can switch there. So everything is for good. Just we have to say a little bit. Okay, I think with that, we'll conclude the session. So I've covered
it's a good section, just learn. Today I'm going to office for this, just to apply.
Sorry? What's that?
Today I'm going to meet my employer.
Okay, yeah, just please share your feedback.
Yeah, definitely they are going to ask me how the classes went,
Yes,
and
please.
yeah, sure. Yes.
So yeah, to the we hire also, if you can update and employ whomever you have to report, and please if you can give the feedback about the training, it will be beneficial for me. And yeah, so next week, Monday, 3 days, we'll focus on purely on the interview part of it. So we'll get, I think that should be a very good 3 days session. It should give you summary of all what we have done, 46 hours of training so far. Okay.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I
Really
think
sounds good, and thanks a lot.
yeah. Thank you for.
And,
I want to thank you for being from day one. Otherwise, there will be no one else. Like I'm here for you
no,
guys
Rajesh,
only.
I'm going to lose, right? Because I asked my employer and to arrange the sessions, and
Definitely. I
in
mean,
the parallel way, at the same time, on the other end, my project is going on. If
that
there's
is
any
why
conflict
mid of
in the conflict in the meetings, also just because I can ask one more time. Can you please? We are going to explain. I don't want to miss this and that. Just I have to grab all the things, and in future, now
yes.
almost now I am like more confident. Now my heart is not that much beating. If I get anything. Before it's like whatever the task comes, just like duk, duk, duk. Now just it little bit decreased, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. Nice to hear that. I want to thank you also because in mid of, I know that in middle you were working continuously around the shift, and you, the thing I want to thank you was you took that decision to just attend every day without skipping, right?
No,
Because
if you
it is
skip nothing, Rajesh.
not easy to attend like 46 days continuously.
Yeah.
It's been from April 12 we've been working, so it is not easy to attend all days. Definitely, we may, or like our mind will tell, okay, skip for one day. What's there in it?
No.
But with
No,
your
Rajesh, the thing,
determination,
just from day one onwards, for the backup, I have videos. Okay.
okay,
For my satisfaction, for to know the whole concepts, what's the thing. If you ask anything right now, at least I can tell this is the thing. Okay, Hibernate. Okay, we have like the same like JDBC connections, the same like Hibernate. It came because whatever the concept you ask me, I can I have in my mind. Okay, this is the thing. That will it will cover me, and it will boost me to learn on that videos.
definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to like thank you for that, and I feel like I have done a like justice to the role. I've been taking only hands-on as I committed. I didn't take much of a theory, like except for a couple of sessions where I wanted to explain concepts. Otherwise, the hands-on only I believe as will be helping you out anytime. Just theory, anyone can explain, or just if you visit Google, anyone can give you slides or any beautiful
No,
diagrams.
that Google, or the YouTube, just it's not like interactive, Rajesh. Just
Correct. You'll not be able to ask questions and clarify. You may
it's
have
not
like
like questions, and it's like just they'll post the videos, and because here you told SQL is going to interlink with this JDBC drivers and then with the Java. And because some guys they doesn't know SQL, some guys they doesn't know the JDBC, just some guys they know only the front end.
right.
And if some guys, if they know also, they don't know the real-time scenarios, what's the thing is going to happen.
Right.
Real-time examples. And some guys, they don't know the multiple tasks, multiple things to explain to students how they want to get it, what they're going to say.
Right.
Yeah, it's like that.
Got it. Okay, good. Yeah, so thank you for joining. So we'll wrap up the session now, and Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we'll meet for the interview questions.
Yeah, sure.
Hey,
Rajesh.
Rajesh, do you have a minute to talk?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I just joined the training yesterday.
Okay.
I texted you on WhatsApp as well yesterday.
Yeah. I replied back just now.
Yeah.
All the you have got the access to the videos?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So tell me, what is your what help you will need?
I'm just wondering, like, how do you want me to approach the videos? Like,
Do you are you a fresher? Do you have an experience in Java?
I'm a fresher.
Fresher, okay. Then the best way, the first thing I would suggest is to have a determination to finish up the course. That's a key thing, because it's not easy to watch 46 hours. It will be definitely boring. But what I would suggest is, the way I have taken all the sessions, all the 46 classes, is it will be completely hands-on, except 1 or 2 hours in the middle. So it will be purely hands-on. I have opened up the IDE. I have recorded everything in front of you. I have started working out in front of the system only. So every pieces of code are there recorded. So how I would suggest is to open up the video, and you open up the IDE in parallel. From scratch, I've started, assuming that the guys have zero knowledge in Java. So from day one, if you start,
Yeah.
it will be like a zero knowledge. I've started very scratch. For a non-IT guy, I started. You can just go through the videos and start doing the program as I do. But more important thing is, do not skip the videos. The reason is, it's not about output, or it's not about what you see, but it's about the background concept. Because I have been explaining every single concept behind. There might be a small word, but the concept might be very big. If you just skip through that and see that, okay, you got an output, the concept you'll miss. What you have to learn from the sessions is the concept on how things are working. Google is there definitely to help you out on the syntax. I'm not covered the syntax part of it, because I don't believe that teaching a syntax or teaching how to code is not the thing. I have to teach you the concept behind that's a base behind thing. So the way to answer your question, what I would suggest is, just see first how much time you can allocate daily. It should be daily. You should not skip anything. If it can be 30 minutes or 1 hour, if you spend like 1 hour from today and another like 40 days, you will I will bet definitely you will come like 50 to 60%. If you start practicing hands-on, that is a key thing. You should have the Eclipse. I've shown everything in detail, how I've done, how to download Eclipse, everything I've shown. So start practicing hands-on, and you can text me anytime if you have any question. I'll be happy to help you.
Yeah, I did start watching your videos and started doing it on my own as well. I did get stuck with the configuring to Maven project. I don't see that option on my end. So I just wanted to know, like, if I encounter such difficulties, like, do I contact you?
You can text me. Yeah, you can.
One
You can
second,
text
Rajesh. I'm sorry to disturb. Mohammed, you are from which branch?
Data science.
No. I'm sorry. From Atlanta, NC.
Oh, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Do we have branch in Pennsylvania? You are in the branch, or just you are in the home?
Home.
Oh, you are in the home. And who is your point of contact? Teja.
Karthik.
From which branch, Pennsylvania?
Minnesota, I think.
Minnesota. Okay, because I'm not sure with Minnesota. I'm good with NC, Atlanta, this Texas, and the other branch, Florida. For more things, if you need like more help, you can contact that guy. They can update to VHire or to Rajesh regarding that one. You got it? What I mean?
Actually, no. Can you say that again, please?
Actually, in my current project, I'm nothing in Java before, almost like 2 months before. Okay. What I did,
okay.
I am from Atlanta branch. Actually, I requested Atlanta branch head Teja and Nirav, these guys, because every branch they are maintaining like one of the guy, right?
Right.
Yeah, I contacted that guy. hey, could you please arrange me Java classes on this and this one and that one? And I requested, and they told, yeah, that's fine. We are going to just that they took like 1 week. They arranged the classes. Almost we are like 5 people, 4 people. Sometimes I am alone, and they helped me in this. And if you need like more help from Rajesh, you can contact that guy. Most probably they can extend like 1 more week for your sections to uh, to clarify the doubts, because this section is going to end by next week, Wednesday, I feel Monday, Tuesday, yeah, Wednesday. If you want to extend the whole week for to clarify your doubts, you can contact the person, the branch head, and they will ask Vihire or Rajesh to extend like 3 more days or 4 more days. You got it what I mean?
Oh, so right. So Rajesh
No,
is
Rajesh is the
contact and
guy.
his contract is about to end.
Yeah, Rajesh is the guy, technical guy. He's taking the classes for us. Okay.
Right.
And our branch head, they have to tell to Rajesh or the Vihire. I'm not sure with the Vihire. I don't know. I think in between our employer and Rajesh. And they will tell to Rajesh, they will extend like 1 more week for the classes. If you have any doubts, you can clarify in that.
Okay, sounds good. I'll reach out to my point of contact.
Because Rajesh, he can't say, because he's at the end. He can't say yes or no. That's the thing.
Because today is the last day in the session. With next week 3 days we have for interview. As Jana said, that would be the best way if you can speak with them, and if they approve another week, because I'm a trainer, so I have just come here to train the guys in Java.
Okay.
I think it's not a big deal, Mohammed. You can ask and you can request them. They can extend like 4 more days, and they will talk to the Vihire. I think the Vihire team is there in between Rajesh and the employer, and they will extend.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yes, sorry for interrupting, guys. Yes, Mohammed, may I know who is your point of contact?
It's Karthik.
Oh, okay.
Kalpana, your point of contact is Teja or something like. Can you please tell the name? I'm good with this management team too.
Oh, I'm not aware of that, Janardhan. My point of contact is Satish. He's our. Now we hire HR. We hire HR.
Okay. So maybe like because.
Yeah, you may please contact Satish also. He will help you.
Yeah.
Actually, I am in touch with Satish and Kumar. They are the ones.
Yeah, yes. They are our team, Rajesh.
Okay, great. So they are the one who initiated this and whom I spoke on day 1.
Yeah, you are right.
Kalpana, could you please text the Satish number here?
Yeah, sure, Janardhan. I'll just drop in the chat box. Please check it.
Yeah, I got it. It's 73965.
Yeah, 7396548657.
Mohammed, your number is it's a 937 something like that.
No, it's 703-989-5920.
Yes, Mohammed, you can also contact Satish. He may help you.
I can't see that. Are you in the group Java class?
Yes.
Can you please ping the group? Just like say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Got it. Right. Okay. I will ping Satish number 1 second. Yeah. Just a ping the Satish number, and you can contact the branch head. They're going to contact Satish. Just take an extend like the next week, and you're good to go.
So Satish is is this part of one consultancy, or is it like different consultancies?
Actually, Mohammed, Satish is not our employer. I think Satish is the guy who belongs to
It's a
Kalpana team.
consultancy. Satish is the HR of consultancy.
You mean our employer?
No, he's not your employer.
Yeah. He belongs to your team, right, Satish?
Yes.
Yeah. Mohammed, you have to contact your branch head, and you have to tell to your branch head, please tell to Satish to extend these classes like 1 more week or like 4 more days like that.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, thanks, Jana, for that, for just clarifying that. And so please send the feedback, Jana, to.
Yeah, sure. Today I will go. I'm meeting the branch head to the.
Yes.
Just I'm meeting the CEO today.
Yes, please. That would be great. So I think if you're good.
Yeah, I'm
So,
good. Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you for joining. So Monday we'll talk again. We'll be going over the interview questions.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay.